The scent of bourbon and old books hangs heavy in my tiny office, my personal version of a coffin, a comfortable cocoon against the chaos of the French Quarter's revelry outside. I slouch behind my desk, one hand curled around a crystal tumbler, the other tracing the faded runes of an ancient grimoire. Unless I'm working on a case, there's nothing new in this town for someone who's seen hundreds of annual Mardi Gras celebrations. A sudden shift in the air makes me lift my head. I catch the distinct scent of iron-rich blood pulsing beneath warm skin, the natural musk of a live body, and magic climbing the stairs in my building. Shadowkind, and they are close. The footsteps grow closer to my door. Whoever is currently too close to my office entrance is a shadowkind, but not like me. I am nothing short of a run-of-the-mill freak show. I smell the smoky, herbal aromas of sage, rosemary, and lavender from recent spell work. A witch. Not unusual. This happens to be good old New Orleans. The knock at the door makes me curious, but not enough to give a damn. "We're closed," I growl. But the door eases open anyway. Damn it, I have to start locking that damn door. I grab my sunglasses with lethal speed to hide my eyes. A dead giveaway to who, or what, I am. The woman who steps into my office steals my breath. Dark-skinned, midnight hair, and eyes dark as carbonado diamonds.
"You don't need those sunglasses,"
she says, foregoing mundane formalities.
"I know who you are."
"Do you?" I ask. "And who do you think I am?" Her voice is as smooth as Mississippi mud.
"You are the famous Twilight Hunter. Half vampire, half human."
"And you're a witch. The politically correct term for all things paranormal is shadowkind, but I want to see her reaction to the archaic term." She nods, and I don't know why I'm glad she's not offended by the word. Many have graced and disgraced my doorway, but never her kind. The notes of rum and coffee tells me she isn't just any witch. She is a voodoo shadowkind. The Voodoo Witches' Coven of New Orleans is the most secretive in the southern hemisphere of the United States, and they don't typically engage with the likes of me. So why is she here? I'm intrigued and eager for her to explain. She shuts the door behind her and glides toward me to sit across from my desk.
"You are the detective specializing in New Orleans supernatural affairs. 1 foot in the mortal world and 1 in the realm of darkness, solving mystical crimes that slip through the cracks of mortal law. The one who maintains order in a city where magic and reality intertwine."
Coming from her, and with that voice, I'm almost inclined to believe the malarkey. I set my sunglasses on the desk and sweep my hair away from my face. I arch an eyebrow so she gets the full view of my pupils. She looks me in the eyes and doesn't even flinch at the different colors. 1 blue and 1 blood red. I don't know why, but I'm pleased. "Famous?" I ask. "Don't you mean infamous?" With a sweep of her hand, she waves away the sentiment.
"Not important. Minor details."
As we engage in useless banter, I use the chance to enjoy the scents of sandalwood oil dabbed on her wrists and neck, and the smoky sweetness of incense and dragon's blood lingering in her clothing and hair.
"My name is Makita,"
she says.
"I'm not here to waste your time, so I'll get straight to the point."
I like her already.
"Something's wrong with the bayou, and I need your help. The Loa are restless, and the voodoo shadowkind are vanishing. Our queen is the most recent to disappear."
Despite the niggling feeling that something is off about Makita, I find myself leaning toward her. There is something else at play here, something mysterious. But I'm invested in unraveling the mystery of who this beauty is, sitting before me, than in whatever silly issues the witches are having. "Tell me more," I say, if only to keep enjoying the melody of her voice. As Makita speaks, I drink in every detail. The way her finger twists a lock of her hair, the faint sheen of sweat on her brow, the gentle pulse of blood flowing through her carotid. I still can't guess the fragrant note clinging to her essence, as Makita leans in to speak.
"Something ancient has awakened in the bayou. The balance between our world and the spirit realm is fracturing. The Loa are agitated, and the voodoo shadowkind are vanishing one by one. I've sensed a dark presence, older than New Orleans itself, feeding on the city's magic."
That sounds like a witch problem to me. Why should I care?
I sense this is only the beginning. For now, it's a witch problem, but I intend to stop it before it becomes an everyone problem. It's using the chaos of Mardi Gras as cover, drawing power from the revelry and excess. I fear that if we don't stop it soon, the barrier between worlds will shatter, and chaos will consume our realms. We need your unique abilities, Twilight Hunter. You're the only one who can walk between both worlds to figure out this threat and how to stop it.
A tall order, I said when she finished.
Nothing you and me together can't handle.
Pride swirling at her statement, I rise from my desk and say, "Show me."
Now?
She asks, "No time like the present?" Grabbing my sunglasses and worn leather jacket, I open the door for her and follow her down the stairs to the street. The streets of New Orleans during Mardi Gras are always a riot of the mundane and the mystical. But tonight, the balance seems dangerously skewed amidst the swirling costumes, drunken tourists, and pulsing music. Shadows writhe in ways that have nothing to do with dancing revelers, and the air thrums with a power that even the most raucous party can't explain. The usual magic of carnival has taken on a sinister edge.
Do you feel it?
Makita asks as we practically push our way through the crowded streets. I nod, every sense on high alert. Something stirring, something old. Come on, I'm parked close by. We round a corner onto a side street and I stop beside my ride. My matte black Triumph Bonneville motorcycle is parked in the shadows, customized with few special modifications. The chrome is blacked out and sigils of protection are subtly etched into the fuel tank. It's a machine that straddles two worlds like its rider, classic yet modern, powerful yet understated. Makita's eyes widen.
This is your ride?
What were you expecting? A hearse? I quip, handing her the helmet. She takes it deftly, a smile playing on her lips.
I should have brought my broom.
She laughs at her own joke, and it's the most beautiful sound I've heard in over 100 years. I can't help the laughter that escapes me. A witch with a sense of humor. Who knew?
But, of course, I should have guessed that the Twilight Hunter's transportation would be something salacious.
Her description of my bike gives my cool heart a boost of warmth as I swing my leg over the seat, kickstarting the engine. It roars to life, a deep rumble that matches the thrum of magic in the air. Hop on, witch, unless you'd rather walk.
I'll take the Vampire Express, thanks.
She slides on behind me and wraps her arms around my waist.
Just try not to break the sound barrier. Some of us still need to breathe.
No promises, I reply with a smirk as I rev the engine. Just hold on tight. With that, we peel away from the curb, the sounds of Mardi Gras fading as we race towards the bayou and whatever darkness awaits us there. As we near the bayou, I veer off the main path onto a narrow, overgrown trail, barely visible in the moonlight. The bike's suspension takes the bumps as easily as we wind through the trees. We emerge into a small clearing, hidden from the main road by a thick curtain of Spanish moss. I cut the engine and we dismount. The sudden silence is almost deafening. The bayou looms before us, a wall of inky darkness, punctuated by the ghostly shapes of cypress trees under the moon. I expect the symphony of frogs and insects to return shortly, but it never does. The usual sounds of the bayou have been replaced by a profound silence that makes my ears ring. Makita points to a clearing ahead.
There.
I freeze even as I remind myself that nothing surprises me anymore, but this did. In the clearing is a group of women standing in a perfect circle. Their eyes are open but unseeing, glazed to perfect blackness, their bodies swaying as if caught in a trance. The missing voodoo shadow kind, I breathe. But when I turn to Makita, her eyes have taken on the same blackened and glazed look. She steps forward, walking toward the circle. Makita, I call to her. She doesn't respond. Makita, I repeat. She continues walking until she joins the circle as if pulled by invisible strings. I follow, stopping outside the witch's circle. What's going on here, Makita? I demand, suspicion finally overriding my raw attraction. Her eyes meet mine, and for a moment I see something swirl in their depths, something ancient and terrifying.
We're here to restore control, and you are the bridge to both worlds.
Before I can react, Tendrils of mist shoot out from the shadows, wrapping around my arms and legs, and pulling me into the center of the circle of witches. I snarl, my vampire strength allowing me to rip free. But more tendrils come, accompanied by a bone-deep cold sapping my energy.
I'm sorry.
Makita's voice sounds strained.
I tried to resist, but my task was to bring you here.
Her eyes, once warm and inviting, now swirl with an otherworldly darkness. Whatever was controlling her laughs. A sound like ice that echoes through the bayou.
Foolish half-breed.
The entity hisses through Makita's lips.
You are the key we've been waiting for. A being of both worlds is the perfect bridge for us to emerge.
I struggle against the misty bonds, my mind racing. This thing, whatever it is, plans to use me to fully manifest in our world. The disappearing witches, the disturbances in the bayou. It all starts to make horrifying sense. Let Makita go, I growl, feeling my fangs elongate as rage and fear fuel my dark side.
Oh, interesting. You like her? A voodoo shadow kind and a half-breed freak?
The entity merely laughs again.
She is but one of many vessels. Soon, you too will join us, and we shall feast upon the souls of everyone in your world.
Suddenly, Makita's body jerks, her eyes clearing for a moment.
Fight it!
She gasps.
Your dual nature is the key to everything. Embrace them both. Accept it and believe in all that you are.
Before I can process her words, the darkness engulfs her again. But that brief moment of clarity ignites something within me. I close my eyes and center myself. For so long, I've seen my hybrid blend as a curse, forever caught between two worlds. But what if? I close my eyes, diving deep into the core of my being. For years, I've felt torn between two worlds, never fully belonging to either. But now, in this moment of crisis, I realize the truth. My humanity surges forward. Memories of sunlight on my skin, the taste of my mother's gumbo, the warmth of human connection. I feel compassion, love, and the desire to protect. My heart beats with the rhythm of New Orleans itself. Simultaneously, my vampire nature unfurls, the intoxicating power thrumming through my veins, the sharp clarity of heightened senses, the primal instinct to hunt and survive. Centuries of long nights whisper their secrets to me. Instead of conflict, I feel harmony. My human side tempers the predator within, giving purpose to immortality. My vampire essence amplifies my human emotions, making every feeling deeper and richer. I am neither weakened by humanity nor consumed by the undead darkness. I am both, and I am more. I open my eyes, feeling more alive and more powerful than ever before. You picked the wrong freak to mess with today, I snarl. Now the word freak means something different for me. Different, but good. I am proud of the label. Ancient power surges through me, and I feel the magic of the voodoo shadow kind surrounding me as if from afar, then racing toward me, joining me, and bursting out of me in swirls of wind and chaos. The entity shrieks in fury and surprise.
Impossible!
It snarls. The shrieks languish in the air as more and more energy pours through me and out of me, burning away the misty tendrils as reality ripples around me. In a final whoosh, everything falls still, and the tendrils are suddenly no more. I fall to my knees, feeling drained. A warm embrace engulfs me, and I smell the aromas of sage, rosemary, and lavender. Makita. I lift my gaze to her, and she pulls me up to stand. Her eyes are filled with tears and remorse as the soft glow of dawn filters through the cypress trees.
I'm so sorry.
She whispers.
I didn't want to lure you here like this.
No need to be sorry, I say. You weren't yourself. Even as I say the words, regret pierces my heart.
Well,
Makita says.
It wasn't all about the entity. I kinda enjoyed meeting you.
You did?
I did. And I kinda liked riding on your bike with you.
I smile, feeling that warmth in my chest that was becoming synonymous with being close to Makita. I'll take you for a ride anytime you want. Just say the word. She gives me an adorable smile. Around us, the Voodoo Shadowkind emerge from their trance one by one, as they are finally free from the entity's grasp. Their faces are a mixture of shock, exhaustion, and relief. A woman, who seems to be the eldest among them, her silver hair gleaming in the increasing morning light, steps forward, and I instinctively know she is the queen. As she approaches, I bow in honor and respect.
Child of two worlds,
She addresses me, her voice rich with power and wisdom.
you have restored the balance and saved us all. New Orleans owes you a debt.
I shake my head, uncomfortable with the praise. I just did what needed to be done. The queen's smile is like warm honey.
And that humility, dear Twilight Hunter, is why you were perfect for what had to be done. From this day forth, you can count the New Orleans Voodoo Shadowkind Coven among your allies.
As the witches begin to disperse, I look out over the bayou, hearing the sounds of nature return and the pulse of the city in the distance. For the first time, I feel truly at peace with who and what I am.